Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to make some homemade laundry detergent and a couple other homemade items that I actually ran out of. I'm going to do each one just quick, easy, simple, not making them long videos. So let's get started. So for the laundry soap, you just have a 5-gallon bucket. This one was used for wine that I got from my in-laws, so I used that. And then I did purchase, which they're not very cheap, but the screw-on lids. It will make your life a lot easier. So I would definitely invest in that if you don't have them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in, we're gonna fill this up about halfway with warm water. Don't want it boiling, just warm. So while that's going, you're gonna need borax. I am going to put in, so I made this once before. I put in 1 cup of borax and I'm going to try to do 1.5. Oh, that's a little warm. So I'm going to try 1.5 for this batch. Okay, there's 1.5. We'll just put that in the water. The next item you're going to need is some, sorry, I got the powder in my face. Some super washing soda. Now make sure it's not like baking soda. It's not the same thing. So make sure it's super washing soda. I got this big box. What is this? It's 3 kilograms. I got this off of Amazon. I'm sure you can buy it in some of the stores. I either didn't look or they didn't have it. But anyways, I think I paid 6 something Canadian for this. So again, I'm going to put 1.5 cups. Oh, this one's a little hard too. I'm just guessing from the humidity and stuff in the house. Doesn't matter if there's lumps in it, it's just going in water. Let's see there. There we go, might be a little bit more, but that's fine. Okay, the next, I'm using Castile soap. Now the original recipe that I had found, they used like the bars of soap and grate it. I didn't want to do that. If that's what you do, that's perfectly fine. You'll probably get a lot of suds, but I just wanted to cut that process out. So I'm going to use the pure liquid Castile soap. Anyways, this one is non-scented, but if you have scented, that would be fine for this as well. Now this is supposed to be a cup as well, but I'm going to up this to 1.5 as well. There we go. Add a little bit more water in here, and then you can add some essential oils to it for a smell. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna try, I have this orange, kind of like a cheaper brand that I've been wanting to get rid of, so I'm just gonna use that up. I don't know that it's actually gonna scent it or not, but I guess we'll find out. Smell good from here. So I'm only gonna fill this about halfway full. It's almost halfway because I have to carry it downstairs to the laundry room. And then I will fill it the rest of the way up there. Or down there, I should say. It's downstairs. And it is as simple as that. Now what I do downstairs, I won't take you down to my laundry room because it's very unattractive. But what I do is I keep a taller spoon. I had bought a taller spoon on like Amazon or Temu, and I keep it downstairs because every time you go to use it, and what I do is I keep a smaller container, like I bought just a normal laundry thing, but the smaller version like at Dollarama, and then once I use that up, I just have started using it for this, or even a mason jar would work great too. You need to shake it every single time really good because all the sediments fall to the bottom of the container. So same thing with here. So when you need to refill that container, you are going to need to stir it really good, or everything's going to be at the bottom and you're really not going to be cleaning your clothes too well. So that is the only thing that I would suggest for this. And you only need about a half a cup per load. So I find it cleans really well. But I just wanted a little extra soapy feel. I felt like the 1 cup with everything, like I didn't see any suds in it, and I just felt I wanted it more, but I like there was no smell on the clothes at all, and you know, no marks and stuff like that you know, wouldn't come out and stuff. So I like this, and it's homemade, and it really doesn't cost very much. I've never actually figured out the cost per load, but it can't be that expensive. So okay, so that is that for the laundry soap, and I will come back and we will start doing the next one. Okay, so I ended up adding peppermint oil, the orange oil, and a few drops of lavender to the laundry soap. Sorry. Anyways, and it smelled so good, so I cannot wait to use it. And when I was finishing filling it up, it had so much more suds, so I'm really happy with that. Okay, but on to the next project. So we're going to do some do-it-yourself dishwasher tabs. I just ran out yesterday, so I thought that was a great time to start these. I've been wanting to make these for a while. So you're going to need to have yourself some ice cube trays, and I just bought these from like the dollar store. I bought 3 trays, but I wasn't sure how many. I don't know if this will make 2 or 3 trays. Anyways, all you're going to do is you're going to need 1 cup of the super washing soda that we used in the laundry soap. This one you're not going to want the big hunks in it if you're like me that had them. Then we're going to need 1 cup of salt. At the end of the box there. Okay, add the salt in, and now we're going to need 1 cup of baking soda. We're going to give that a little mix. Try to break up any lumps that happen to be in here. And then the last ingredient, you're going to add 3/4 cup of lemon juice. There we go. Ooh, oh. Okay, make sure you do this in a big cup, or in a big bowl, sorry. Okay, we're going to mix this up. Okay, and then we're just going to take a tablespoon and we're going to pack them in to the ice cube trays. Okay. Okay, and we're just going to pack them in. And supposedly these harden. I have not made this one before, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect. But I guess you let them sit on your counter overnight and they harden. And then you can just put them into a Ziploc bag and use whenever you need them. Okay, so it ended up making 26 cubes. There's a fair bit of liquid sitting on the top in some of these, so I'm just guessing they have to sit out for at least till tomorrow. So I will keep you guys posted on how this turns out. Okay, it's the next morning, and the dishwasher tablets are still in their containers. I'm gonna let them sit out for maybe another day. I can still tell there's a slight bit of moisture in them, but I did use one this morning. I just took a knife and I went around the edge, and I just flipped it upside down on a small plate, and I just took that plate and kind of threw it in the bottom of the dishwasher with all the little chunks and stuff, because it really doesn't matter if they're in little pieces, it's still going to do the cleaning job. So I just thought before I actually put it in a Ziploc bag that I would just see if I could get them to harden a bit. Like, it's not like sopping wet or anything. I just thought maybe another day sitting on the counter would just help that a little bit more. But yeah, I used it. It's really, really good. Everything came out clean. So I was very impressed with that. So I would say it's definitely at the same level as the store-bought ones, if not even a little bit better. And it really costs pennies per little block. So anyways, that one is a good go. Good morning, everyone. So it's a couple days later, and I have gathered a few more items that we're going to make. Today we're going to do dryer sheets. So all you're going to need is a mason jar. I preferred using the wide mouth just so you can fit your hands in. You can just take an old cloth. I just had some old t-shirts that I cut into smaller pieces. Doesn't matter. All you're going to do is put these in enough to fill a mason jar. Oh, it looks like I have a few too many, so this will be good. You are just going to fill the rest of it, the whole jar, with vinegar. Okay, you're going to want to leave about an inch or so gap. And then all you do is pick whatever essential oil that you would like. I'm going to use Envision from Young Living. I've had this oil for a little while. And you're just going to put in about 10 to 15 drops. Now that it's soaked up a little, I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar. Because you're using vinegar, I would use a plastic lid if you have them. It'll save from it the lids rusting. And then just shake them. And then when you are going to use them, I would use maybe 2 of them or so in the dryer. And all you do is you would take them and squeeze the majority of the liquid out, throw them in the dryer, and then when they are done in the dryer, I just throw them back in here. This amount of liquid will probably last you quite a few weeks, because when you throw them back in, like as you go through just the amount that's in here, it's probably only going to use like between 1/4 and 1/2 of the liquid. So you can definitely get a lot of use out of it. And it's as simple as that. Okay, next we're going to make some do-it-yourself fabric softener. I'm just going to use an old pickle jar that I had saved. And we are just going to add 1 cup of water. One cup of vinegar. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of vegetable glycerin. And then you're going to use 10 to 15 drops of your essential oils that you prefer. So let me see what I'm going to use for fabric softener. I think I'm going to use Purification from Young Living. Yeah, I think that will be really nice. This is going to be the first time I'm making this. So if I really like this, then I will obviously make more. It doesn't, only about 2 cups worth there. Anyways, and you just mix it around and use about 1/4 cup per load. I think I'm going to need more drops. It's very strong in vinegar there. You just use as many drops as you'd like. There you go. And I'll just label it fabric softener so I don't forget. Okay, so now we're going to make some homemade disinfectant wipes and some homemade baby wipes. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is cut this paper towel in half. We'll use half for baby wipes and half for disinfectant wipes. I find a serrated steak knife works best to get this done. The ends are not going to look very nice, but it does the job. And if you don't want to use paper towels to do this, you can just use cloths. It does make a bit of a mess, but that's okay. Just clean that up. So the side that we cut is going to go down, so that's not really going to be seen. So let me just clean this up. Okay, so I have, for the baby wipes, I've kept one of these containers just in case I needed it. So this will be the first time I'm making the homemade baby wipes. Yeah, normally I just buy them from the store, but I thought, you know, I really want to try to make my own of as much as I can. And then I'm going to use this. This I have made before for the disinfectant wipes. So I'm just using a store-bought one, but you can use a glass jar if you prefer, whatever you want. Now, the only thing with this one here, it is a little small for like to fit a whole one of these in. So I tend to unroll them. And what I'll do since I'm making baby wipes is I'll just unroll these. I'll just kind of unroll it like this. And then when I'm making the wipes, I will just stick it in to absorb the water in there. So this will just take me a minute to figure out the right size. I wish that I had done this when my kids were younger, because I don't know how many times, because I always keep a baby wipe on the back of the toilet just in case anyone, you know, needs to freshen up. and I get where the kids would flush them down the toilet. And we've had a few clogs from that, and of course everyone denies it. So I wish that I had, I'm going to break it off here. I think that should be good. Yeah, I can squish that in. So then basically that's what you're going to want to do, is you're going to want to squish it in. Oh, so I got to take a couple out. So this we're going to move, we'll do that one next. Okay, so for the disinfectant wipes, it is so simple. All you're going to need is 2 cups of water. I have the Young Living Thieves Household Cleaner. All you're going to need is 1 cap of these. I love this product because, yes, Thieves costs a bit of money, but this whole jar, and it's 426 milliliters, this will last me like a year. So you only use a capful in whatever you're making. I use it for cleaning my floors. Again, it's like a capful, so it lasts a really long time. And then there is Thieves oil drops. I'm going to use 10 drops of that in here. Now, if you don't want to buy the Thieves from Young Living, I also have another one. It's from NAKA, N-A-K-A. It's from a health store, so you don't necessarily have to have this brand, but you can purchase this somewhere else. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir this around. We're just going to slowly pour this over everything and trying not to make a mess. So you're going to notice that the brown part in the center is going to absorb the liquid as well. We're going to give it a minute, and then we're going to pull out the brown. So I always keep this on the back of our toilets as well. I'll put one upstairs and one downstairs, so whenever you're cleaning like the pee or whatever around the toilets and stuff, it's always there. And at least this can be flushed. Yeah, so these last us months when we make it, and it's just so cheap. So let's see if we can pull this out now. It looks like all of it's wet. There, it usually unfolds like this, and then you just gently pull it out like that, and then I am going to put this back on. And since it's all together, I always have to take the lid off to use this because this has such a tiny hole on the top, but that's okay. Okay, that's our disinfectant wipes. Okay, now we're going to move on to the baby wipes. All right, again, we're going to need 2 cups of water. I'm just using tap water, but if you feel better using distilled water, that's fine too. Okay, and now we're supposed to to heat this up for 1 to 1.5 minutes in the microwave. Okay, water's hot. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I actually already heated the coconut oil and melted it, and this is 2 tablespoons worth. You're going to put this in there. Okay, and then now the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of baby wash, but I don't have little ones, so I do have a bunch of unscented Castile soap, so I'm going to use that instead, and it's 2 tablespoons as well. I can smell the coconut oil. It smells fantastic. Okay, and then you're going to put in 3 drops of tea tree oil. Okay, that is good. Okay, so now we are going to, let's see how this is going to fit the paper towel. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly, this looks like it's not going to close, but we still have to take out this. I'm just going to add in this liquid over top slowly because it has to get absorbed, and then I will just take out the little piece in the center. Oh, I'm making a little bit of a mess. Or maybe you know what, maybe standing it this way. I guess I should have thought of that at the beginning. Will be less messy. Yeah, that's a lot easier. I'll leave just a tad for when I add this in. Okay, I'm just gonna see, make sure this is all soaked up some liquid so it comes out. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to turn that sideways and I can squish it down. And then I'm going to add the rest of the paper towels that we used from the other one. They will all absorb the liquid and fit in there nicely. Just add a little liquid on top. There. Now you have some paper towel. Thinking. There we go. So this side can fit through the opening. You can close it. And then you can just pull it up like that when you need it. So I think we had a good day making some, what did we make here? Some fabric sheets, disinfectant wipes, and baby wipes. And it didn't take all that long, right? Maybe 15 minutes to do all of them. And I hope that helps you. So that is that for this video. I hope that you all got something out of it, and we will see you on the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and we will see you on the next one.